Hey guys, Mr. B here. Just going to do a little transplanting today. So just wanted to kind of give a little quick look at some of the things that I germinated, the organic seeds. These are pretty much, I think these are 100% all from seeds that I saved last year, the year before, going back a couple of years. So these are the ones that I germinated in the Organic Coco Coir. I just use a little bit of the liquid seaweed to moisten the coco coir. And, you know, there's not a lot of food in that for them. It's just a good medium for germinating. So then once they kind of get up to about this height, they kind of need to be transplanted into some other soil that's got some good food. I have some soil that I use. It's called Mega Root. It's by, they sell it at the hydroponic store by me, but it's called Mega Root, and it has some good nutrients in them. And then I mix in a bunch of my own worm castings in there, and then I use the liquid seaweed to also moisten that soil. But just give you a little peek at some of these things. I started using these smaller containers this year to do some of my seeds. Little what are they, 2-inch by 2-inch square probably, but that way I don't have to do all the 6-packs with multiple things in them, because if things germinate at different times, like the peppers were taking a lot longer to germinate obviously than things like beets and lettuce and chard and stuff like that, and then the tomatoes are kind of in between. So when I was doing them in 6-packs, you know, of one type of seed in one cell, and each one had a different cell, they were germinating at different times. So this way I have a little germination thing going on over here. I'll show you if you didn't see the other video. And it's basically, I got a heat pad, and this thing I just kind of have over to keep the light out when I have the light on over there. And so I got a lid on it. It just kind of keeps the moisture and the heat in there. So that way, as they germinate, I take them from there and bring them over into this one, and I have the light on. I kind of go like 20 hours on, 4 hours off, 18 hours on, 6 hours off, that type of thing on here. It's kind of different each day. I don't really have my timer down there set up yet, so I kind of just had to jump into this because I've been real busy. So anyway, you can take a look at some of these. I mean, I got some tomatoes up front here. I got them labeled. And pull some of these out of here. Take a look. So, got some in the back, some tomatillos, tomatoes, beets, bok choy, red chard, more tomatillos, some butter lettuce, collards, some tomatoes, woodle orange, San Marzano, yellow zebras. Bohemian goats didn't germinate too well this year. I'll have to do another batch of those. What are these? Italian sweet pepper mix, little Napoli tomatoes. Get it back there a little bit. Amish paste, Sweet 100s, Paul Robeson's, Golden Sunray. And you know, obviously some of these didn't germinate very well. I'll have to go back and do another batch of those. Or they just weren't very good seeds that I saved. Maybe they weren't very, maybe the tomatoes I got them out of weren't far enough along. So, you know, that kind of happens sometimes too. So my Golden Sunray, some jumbo jalapenos, and the blueberries, tomatoes. So some of these are actually starting to get like a second set of leaves on them, which they'll do that. But, you know, once it grows pretty slow, and once it germinates in this coco coir, they'll kind of stop growing at a certain point. Like even my bok choy back there, it came up first. It's already starting to yellow. So I really got to get those put in some good soil. And you'll notice I've kind of let the coco coir kind of dry out in these. That helps a lot when you're going to transplant, because you just take this whole everything out of that pot, just kind of, you know, bounce it a few times on a paper plate, and that dry soil really falls off of the roots real easily, and allows you to separate the plants from each other. When it's wet, the roots are still tangled around a lot of the wet soil, and it's just kind of harder to separate them from each other. So the dry coco coir comes out a lot easier and makes transplant planting a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of these. I'll do another video, and, you know, I'll just kind of keep you guys posted along the way of as I do these things and let you see what they're like. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like, leave any comments down below if you like, and appreciate you watching, guys. Thanks.